What if the most powerful thing you could ever do was simply decide? Not hustle, not grind, not perform for the world. Just decide who you are, what you deserve, how you move. That's it. Sounds too simple, right? But watch what happens when someone actually does it fully, completely, without apology. Watch what the world does in return. Welcome back to the Dark Feminine Code, where we don't chase, we become. If you're new here, this channel is for the woman who is done shrinking, done performing, done waiting for permission to be everything she already is. Today, we are studying one of the most powerful minds of this generation, Wizard Liz. And by the end of this video, your mind will never operate the same way again. 1. She chose herself before the world did. Here is the first thing you need to understand about Wizard Liz's mindset. She didn't wait for the world to see her value before she claimed it. She didn't wait for followers, for validation, for someone to hand her a seat at the table. She built the table. She sat down first. And then she invited others to witness. That is a fundamentally different way of operating than what most of us were taught. We were taught to earn our worth,
to prove ourselves,
to shrink until we were small enough for others to be comfortable around us. Wizard Liz rejected all of that. Her entire philosophy is rooted in one radical truth. You are the prize. Not because the world decided it, because you decided it. And once that decision is made, deeply, internally, without needing a single person to confirm it, everything shifts. The way you speak shifts. The way you enter a room shifts. The way you respond to disrespect shifts. The way you attract people, opportunities, and energy into your life shifts. The mindset principle, your self-concept, is your most powerful asset. Build it intentionally. Protect it fiercely. Because what you believe about yourself in private determines everything that shows up in your life in public. Ask yourself right now, what do you actually believe about yourself when no one is around? When there's no audience, no approval, no performance. That belief is running your life. Change it, and you change everything. 2. The self-concept revolution. Wizard Liz talks about self-concept constantly. And the reason she comes back to it again and again is because most people completely misunderstand where real power comes from. Real power is not external. It is not your followers. It is not your income. It is not your appearance or your achievements or your relationship status. Real power is the story you tell yourself about yourself at your most private, most quiet, most unguarded moments. And here's what makes her message so dangerous, in the best possible way. She doesn't tell you to fake it. She doesn't tell you to put on a mask and pretend. She tells you to go inward, to actually do the identity work, to sit with yourself and rewrite the program that has been running on autopilot since childhood. Because here's the truth. Most of us are living from a self-concept that was handed to us by other people, by parents, by heartbreaks, by failure, by a world that benefited from us staying small. And we accepted it.
We internalized it.
And we have been operating from that borrowed belief system ever since, wondering why life feels like a constant uphill battle. Wizard Liz says, burn it down. Rebuild from scratch. Decide who you are. And then be her.
Consistently.
Without negotiation. How to apply this? Every morning before you reach for your phone, ask yourself, who am I today? Not who did yesterday make me. Not who does my past say I am. Who am I choosing to be right now? Do that every day. Watch your entire reality begin to reorganize itself around your new answer. 3. The Law of Detachment. Now here is where Wizard Liz's mindset gets truly extraordinary. She understands something that takes most people decades to learn. Needing something gives it power over you. Wanting something without needing it makes you magnetic. This is the law of detachment. And she lives it. She doesn't chase relationships. She knows her worth and allows the right people to rise to meet it. She doesn't beg for opportunities. She builds herself into someone opportunities cannot ignore. She doesn't perform for approval. She creates from a place so full, so grounded, that approval becomes irrelevant. And that energy, that unattached, overflowing, grounded energy, is the most attractive force in existence. Think about the people in your life who seem to effortlessly draw good things to them. They're not desperate. They're not hustling from a place of lack. They move like they already have everything they need inside of them. That's not luck. That's a cultivated mindset. The shift Wizard Liz teaches is this. Stop coming from a place of lack. Stop operating like you are missing something. Start living from the assumption that you are already whole, already worthy, already enough. And watch how differently the world responds to you. 4. Silence is her strategy. One of the most underrated parts of Wizard Liz's mindset is how she uses silence and selectivity as power. She doesn't overshare. She doesn't explain herself to people who are not meant to understand her. She doesn't dim her vision to make others comfortable. She protects her energy like it is sacred, because it is. And here is the dark feminine truth that this channel was built on. Mystery is power. Silence is power. Selectivity is power. When you stop giving everyone access to your mind, your plans, your dreams, your wounds, you retain an energy that is magnetic and unreadable. And the world is drawn to what it cannot fully grasp. Wizard Liz doesn't build in public to perform. She builds in the silence, and then reveals the result. There is a profound difference. The principle: guard your inner world. Not everything deserves your explanation. Not everyone deserves your access. Your energy is currency. Spend it wisely. Invest it only where it grows. Fear is just a signal. It shows you where your inner work lives. Don't run. Walk through it and meet the most powerful you. The Wizard Liz mindset is not a trend. It is not a phase. It is not a girl boss aesthetic. It is a complete internal revolution. It is choosing yourself so deeply, so completely, so consistently, that the world has no choice but to rise to meet you. Build your self-concept. Master detachment. Guard your silence. Move through fear. And remember what we always say here. We don't chase. We become. See you in the next one. Black Heart.